Well, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of The Morning Glow. Welcome to another episode of The Morning Glow. Got a great broadcast lineup for you this morning, as I hope and I pray that we always do. I'm not important, just a question asker. My name is Raheen Osman out of Atlanta, Georgia. But I got my sister from another mother, but we got the same father. She's on the line with us this morning, everybody. This is Cookie. Good morning, young lady. How you doing this morning?
Good morning. I'm well. How are you?
Hey, you know what I'm gonna say? I'm high and a happy, elephant elated, and porcupine proud to be here this morning. How was your weekend?
My weekend was nice. It was
Good.
nice. The weather was a little cold, but otherwise it was nice. How was your
Cold.
weekend?
Man, what you mean cold? I was out there yesterday morning playing pickleball.
Listen, it was a little windy for me yesterday,
It
but
was
I played indoor pickleball uh
not the
the entire
same.
weekend. I did.
Look, not the same, not the same. Something about those elements. Gotta have those elements. I like indoor too though, but I'm gonna say it's just something about the elements of being outside, the wind and all the stuff that you're fighting against, along with fighting against your opponent and yourself. I mean, it's something about that outdoor. I just love that outdoor. But I want to ask
To
you,
you,
yeah.
for me, I like to preserve my hair, so indoor works for me.
I got you. I got you. Um, I want to ask you a question, and this is something I've been noticing things over the weekend. A couple of things I've been noticing over the weekend, but one thing I'm gonna ask this question because I know a lot of people are real uptight in this day and time, for whatever reason. They're very uptight. How much does a sense of humor cost? Because they must got that thing on the top shelf, man, where people can't afford it. I'm serious, man.
It costs absolutely nothing.
Man, they must put that thing up way on the top shelf where people have to get a ladder and everything to go up there and get it, man. Because folks, man, folks are something else, man. I'm like, man, why y'all so serious, man? Man, calm down, brother. It ain't that serious, man. People are arguing and fussing, want to fight you over any little simple little thing, man. I'm like, I sit there and I watch. It doesn't happen to me because I'm a people's person, and people, typically they like me, and I can get along with pretty much anybody. But I notice I be watching other people in other situations, man, and people man, folks, human beings are something else.
Listen, I think that I have a theory. There are so many people in the world who they're not in love. Some of them have never been loved, and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
some of them are yearning for something, a void in their soul.
Mm-hmm.
That emptiness, it manifests itself in bitterness and hostility and aggression. People who have been loved and who feel safe, um, they radiate a different sort of energy.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
just think that people are lonely and hollow inside.
Mm.
The only thing that they can feel is rage and anger. It for some people it fuels them because it makes them feel alive.
Wow.
But for the people who have been loved, when you have someone to hold your hand,
Mm-hmm.
and to
Yeah.
tell you, something nice, like good
Mm-hmm.
morning, or I miss you. It's nice to see you.
Mm-hmm.
I thought about you today. All that tenderness,
Mm-hmm.
it radiates in you, and you become tender.
Mm-hmm.
It changed your whole mood to have someone to hug you and hold you and be there for you to support you. We don't live in that society where all of that is common because the dynamic of the family has
Mm-hmm.
changed so much.
Yes.
There's no one to hold on to you. Like for me, when I grew up, my parents worked, but my
Mm-hmm.
grandparents, they
Yep.
were so loving to us. My
Mm-hmm.
grandfather hugged us every chance he got. Just
Yep.
sit
Yep.
on the porch beside him. He would put his arm around you, just pat you.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
You just felt safe and
Mm-hmm.
protected all the time.
Mm-hmm.
My granny would hug you and, wipe the tears from your eyes and
Yep.
just,
Yep.
hum to you. And listen, we would sit on the floor and she would scratch your hair,
Mm-hmm.
right, and let you go to sleep.
Yep.
Just calming. Now, the grandmother, she still works.
Yep.
She doesn't have
Exactly.
the time to pour into her grandchildren, in the same way. And it shows in our behavior.
Or
And
she,
that's unfortunate.
or the grandma these days being as young as she is. In some cases, she in the club twerking. I ain't said it out loud, did I?
I'm sure that may be the case sometimes, not all the time.
Mhm.
Sometimes she's at the hospital working. Those 12 hours are difficult, so she gets off. She's a little exhausted. That's the case sometimes too. It's just unfortunate that we
Mhm.
live in a time when things are so expensive and when attitudes have changed. Because I'm a believer that I would give anything for a situation where, like now, my child is out of high school.
Mhm.
So at some point I'll become a grandmother. I
Yes.
would like very much to be in a situation where I don't have to work anymore.
Mhm.
I wish to be able to be the person who homeschools my grandchildren. Let
Mhm.
them spend their time with me. Let me teach them history. Let me expose them to things. Let me take them with me and let them travel the world with me. You know,
Mhm.
to expand their mind. That's what I would like to do. And I think that that's the mindset we have to have
Mhm.
when it comes to a family. Let us
Yeah.
not live in excess. Let us put all our resources together for the betterment of the next generation,
Yeah. That.
for our children and our children's children. We want the Mercedes ourselves. We want to
Mhm.
drive the nice cars and live in the huge house. And why do we need a house with 6 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms and it's just three of us?
Exactly.
Why?
Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make
We
sense.
could live someplace so much more reasonable and be able to do more for our grandchildren, be able to do more for ourselves.
Mhm. But see, the thing is, people is in that mindset. Girl, you know we got to go out there and make that money. We got to get that money, girl. We got to pay these bills. How much money do you need? I looked at prime example. I don't know if you're into football, but coach for the Patriots, Bill Belichick. He been coaching forever. Been coaching forever. I know he got furniture made out of money. He just take money and build his furniture in his house. He got so much money. But yet and still, even at 70 something years old, after being in the league all the time, he's still looking for another coaching job. How much money do you need, bro? When are you gonna sit down and enjoy the fruit of your labor? We don't
But Raheem, what if it's not about money? You know, we have to remember. My father says to me sometimes, "You can't expect you from everybody.
yeah,
People
yeah.
have different value systems. So
Hmm.
what if for him, it can't be about money? All the money that he's made, it can't be about money. What
Hmm.
if it's about power and position?
I think that's
Being
what it
able to
is.
dominate people and talk to them in a condescending way, being able to force people to be in your orbit. Because sometimes these people have personalities that are such that without the position, no one would ever talk to you.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's true. I,
That's how unkind you are. That's how miserable you make people in your space. But when you move into a position of power, influence, and visibility, people garner for your attention. They
mhm,
jockey for position with you. All of
mhm,
the podcasts want you to have your comments. All the reporters want you at the table after the event is over. All of that. People, some of them they thirst for that attention,
yeah.
for that limelight.
Hmm.
So that may be his reason for wanting to get out there and be at the forefront. And there's a level of selfishness too,
Yes.
because as an elder, at some point, when do you step back and allow young people to have a place?
Hmm. Hmm.
That's the other thing that I find objectionable about it. You want everything for yourself.
Hmm.
Who did you have under your wing? Who did you tutor so they could take over?
And another thing is speaking of that, even in Congress it's like that because I don't think a person should be able to stay in office as long as they do. 94 years old and you still come on, man, get a seat to a younger person that has new and fresher ideas that can move the thing forward. But one thing about Belichick, I think it's more of a competition type situation with him because again, I don't know how much you know about football, but Tom Brady was his quarterback and he left. They got rid of Tom Brady, left him out, sent him out of New England, and he went to Tampa Bay. And when he went there, together they won 6 Super Bowls. But he left and won another Super Bowl in another city for another team. I think Belichick is just longing for the time that he could win one and say that it wasn't all about Brady that he won those Super Bowls, that he had something to do with it. And so I think that's why he wanted to come back more or less. Not, I can't say not for the love of the game. 'Cause I'm sure he probably loved the game because he's been in it so long. But he have to prove a point. But is it a
But
valid?
here
Is it a
again,
valid point though?
I would say no, because here again, if that's your reason for hanging on this long, all of the people talk about the NFL and how they don't make space for black coaches, who are clearly oftentimes talented. They don't have
Yes.
openings for diversity and things of that nature. And then you have this elder statesman, who you still seeking something. Is
Hmm.
six not enough? It becomes greed at some point.
Yeah.
It becomes an attempt to ostracize other people. Leave these coaching jobs for these new and fresh and innovative young coaches to come in and make a new way to do business.
Hmm.
Let them who could better relate to the players make a new way to improve the game itself. But there's a level of selfishness and vanity.
Yes.
Who are you at 77? You still in competition? You haven't
Hmm.
outgrown it yet? Go
Hmm.
sit down. Go get a walker.
Now the man don't need a walker. There, you put the man on a walker and all kind of thing. Now, he don't need a walker. But I understand what you're saying though, and that takes me back to our initial question: a sense of humor. How much does a sense of humor cost? Does it cost anything? Cookie, do you think some people just want to be miserable?
I, sometimes it's all they know. Let's look at it scientifically. I read a book many years ago, and please forgive me if I'm wrong. I believe that the name of the book was Blood Ransom. I think that's the name of it.
Okay.
But one of the things I learned from this book, it was about a sugarcane plantation somewhere in the Caribbean.
Hmm.
And one of the things I learned was that as a method of punishment, when someone tried to escape, they would sometimes have to discipline them, sometimes in vicious ways. They had several things they did. One of them was they would dig a hole
Hmm.
and they would bury the person in the hole, maybe from the waist down, and then they would let the dogs attack the person.
Wow.
But before the actual event took place, they would bring out all the other slaves, have them make a circle, and in the forefront of the circle, they would put any woman who was pregnant. The
Mm.
premise behind it was that you could instill fear into the unborn child by the mother witnessing some sort of gruesome event. And that by proxy, the child would not tend to want to try to leave the plantation for fear of what could happen. They believe that scientifically you could breed submission and fear into people. Now, there's a scientific premise to that. Children do feel what the mother feels, during
Yes. Yes.
gestation. There's some scientific proof to that. But let's go and say it this way. If you could, uh, if you could say to people, what is it that you want for yourself? Do you want happiness? Do you want joy? Do you want whatever? And they say they want joy, but they don't exhibit that. Maybe it
Hmm.
is because when the mother was pregnant, she was unhappy.
Hmm.
Maybe when they were born as a child, they were unhappy. Maybe their siblings were also unhappy and stressed and dire situations. So
Hmm.
that unhappiness becomes their norm. They don't know how to be happy. They don't
Hmm.
know how to achieve it or how to even enjoy the feeling of it. Maybe that's some of it. It's all they know because their entire life has been strife and misery.
Mm. And that was gonna be my next question right there. Do people know how to be happy? Do you think people, because what you just said, the picture that you just painted was so vicious. It was so vicious, and it takes a vicious individual to want to do something like that and to entrap the person's mind, body, soul, and spirit in that way. There's a viciousness tied into that. There's a demonic spirit, I think, tied into that. Um, let's stay right there for a second. What do you say to that? Do you believe that?
Oh, of course I do. Because let me say this: think about what if the person who had this belief, who had the theory that we could breed the fear into the babies of the slaves. What if the person who had this fear? What if they were I don't know, a 5'2" overweight doctor who couldn't keep a job, who had a
Hmm.
habit or something? What if that was it?
Yeah.
In a regular environment, he could not excel. But on a
Mm-hmm.
plantation, for a low fee, you could become the physician of these slaves, and you could tell the owner whatever you wanted because
Mm-hmm.
you're the doctor de facto on his in his space. In the absence of good leadership, in the absence of a skilled craftsman, almost anybody, you know what I'm saying, can fill the position as
Mm-hmm.
long as they can tell the lies and speak the language.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we have in this country. Mediocrity rules. As long as you're part of the right family, as long as you can say the right things, as long as you position yourself in the right place, and as long as you have the right friends,
Mm-hmm.
you and your proclivities for violence, for bias, for racism, for sexism, for injustice, those things can rule. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But when you position yourself properly, all they need is an absence of somebody else in the position,
Yeah.
and a whole fool can apply for the job and get it. It
And
doesn't our presidency prove that?
mm-hmm.
Sometimes you can have an entire fool in charge of everything.
Wow. Wow. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Badger, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning? Badger, you there?
Oh, I'm sorry. Says it again.
I say good morning.
Morning.
How you doing this morning?
Another beautiful and blessed day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You don't sound the same today, brother. You all right?
Yeah, coffee ain't ready yet.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was just wondering. I asked you a question, Badger, and I want to hear your heart on this right here, man. I see people, a lot of people are living in misery. They don't want to have a good time. Don't want to laugh. Don't want to just enjoy life. So I asked the question this morning, and I love the way that Cookie addressed it. Now I'm coming to you. How much Badger does a sense of humor cost? Why don't most people have a sense of humor?
How much does a sense of humor cost? Everything.
Mm,
Nothing.
mm, mm-hmm. Okay, talk to me.
You ever watch that movie?
Say it again.
Ever watch that movie?
No.
Kingdom of Heaven.
Mm-hmm.
Even amongst the war over Jerusalem in that movie, I get to a point during the siege. Um, Sulla uh, and the uh, Knights of the Templar and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy's like, "How do I know that you're not gonna do to us what the Knights did to y'all?"
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Well, I'm watching it, and I'm like, well, that's a valid question." And he turned and he says, "I am not them."
Mm-hmm.
So this guy's taking his word for it. He's like, "I give my word that all Christians will be taken back to their homeland safely,
Mm-hmm.
all." Well, that's cool. And then as they're about to walk away, the knight asked the Muslim, "What is Jerusalem worth?" And that's where that came from.
Mm-hmm.
And it took me a minute. And then I saw them smile and laugh, both of them.
Mm-hmm.
And it made me, to me, the way I perceived that is it can be perceived as based on one's perception. And even amongst war, they found humor.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
They
Wow.
tried to lessen the overall bloodbath, I guess, is a okay term. And to me, that's the wild part. Is there's a lot of people who the amount of comedians that will use a very tragic thing in their life and find humor or say it with humor to make it easier to digest.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Mm-hmm.
you have people that are, super serious and they're
But how much does a sense of humor cost?
it's nothing.
Mm. Wow.
I
So
mean,
many, so many, so many people do not have a sense of humor at all, and they walk
I
around with
think
that
everyone has a sense
stone
of
face.
humor. It's just some can get pretty sick.
I'm just saying, a lot of times I see people walking around with a stone face all the time, man, and loosen up, relax.
Well, hold on now. They might have that rest and that particular what there's so many
Let's
ways
say it. Say it.
that resting face that
No.
I I'm not saying the other. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I that some people say I have a resting anger face, and I'm like, what? Okay, if that's what you think.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Wow.
And so I think sometimes people can go through enough stuff that they have to retrain the muscles in their face not to look like that.
They
Like,
better get
I mean, you
to
never
the training,
know.
brother. They better get to the training real quick. Right now they're looking real bad. Tucson, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning? Tucson, you there?
Yeah, I was talking to the mute button.
Okay. Oh, well, I did it answer you? Tu-
You just paid for your question.
there you go.
Tucson, every
Congratulations.
come here.
Oh,
Every day you have problems with your mute button. Come on,
yes, ma'am.
every single day. Is it not the
There
same
she
phone?
goes.
Is it? It's the same phone. The button is in the same place, Tucson, every
Oh,
day.
he's doing that on purpose. You ain't figured that out yet?
She says it's the
Look, watch
same
it, watch
phone.
it, watch it.
She
Stay out of
said
this, Badger. Just
he's trying to help you.
A, A and B conversation. See your way out of it. I'm just picking.
Well, see, Tucson,
Wait a minute.
she says
Uh,
the mute button does not move. It's not a rotating mute button. It's in the same place every
for
morning.
your information, for your information, I got a new phone. Lo and behold, you are correct. Even though I have a new phone, the new button is in the same
Yeah. How long you
Well,
had?
Tucson, one more question. If you got a new phone, I would hope that that new phone has bigger buttons. I would hope that the words are in a bigger size. Clearly, you're having trouble reading the words on the
Wait a
button.
minute. I got something else. I got new glasses
Mm, no
and a
excuses.
bigger phone.
No excuses. None. 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 You got a new phone, bigger
Ain't that
phone,
just
new glasses so you can see clearer, and you're still struggling. But Tucson, I want to ask you a question though. I want to ask you a question. How with everybody, people being so stuck stone faced. I say stone faced these days. People don't really want to laugh, have a good time. Tucson, how much does a sense of humor cost? What's the price tag on that?
I'm kind of going to adopt what Badger said everything and nothing at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Because there are millions of people, maybe more, that are willing to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
And then there are some that won't give a red nickel,
Mm-hmm.
red cent for it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's free. It's really free. I
It's
mean,
absolutely.
but some people don't have it. They just don't have it. They're straight faced no matter what. You didn't get the joke. We started off laughing.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Who paid for it? Oh, I'm sorry, Raheem, you paying for it.
Wow.
Oh, all of us
Wow.
paying for it because I paid my phone bill.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
But we can walk up to somebody and you were we were talking in a private conversation and you was in the store and you told you told the I don't know if it was a cashier or somebody that was working in the store that you was talking to the mayor, what the
Yeah.
governor of
Yeah.
Mississippi,
Yeah. The governor of Mississippi. Exactly. Yeah.
and I rolled with it.
Yeah. Exactly. Mm-hmm.
They had a little girl, and I told you about a little Caucasian girl. I was at uh Target. I
Mm-hmm.
don't go to Target. I go to Target.
Tarjay, there you go.
It
You
makes
gotta
it
gotta
seem like
gotta
yeah,
gotta
it
be
makes it
fancy.
seem like it's a
Gotta be
up
fancy.
class store.
Fancy. You want them fancy
And this
Negro.
little
You want them fancy
Caucasian
Negroes.
girl, she says, she walks up to me. I'm looking for something in the store, and she walks up to me. She says, "Pretend like you my daddy."
Mm-hmm. Mm.
And I'm not shocked because I meet people. I meet people right where they meet me.
Yeah, yeah.
So her friends was following her, and she said, "I want to introduce y'all to my dad." She said, "He's my dad." I said, "Hey y'all, it's nice to meet y'all. Y'all be careful out here. Y'all
Mm-hmm.
don't get into trouble." Okay, Dad, I'll see you later. Okay, y'all take care of yourself. But it was funny. It didn't cost me nothing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you take these comedians that people are watching and they look at. I used to like, the cusser.
Yeah.
He was good at it.
Mm-hmm.
Bernie Mac.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He was
Mm-hmm.
good at it.
Oh yeah, yeah. He'll put a cuss word together
But
for you.
people people pay for it. And here's the kicker: comedians talk about real stuff
Mm-hmm.
that possibly happen in their lives, and people listen to them and pay good money to go see their show.
Mm-hmm.
But when you look at the life that the comedian is talking about, it's costly.
Yeah.
It ain't funny either.
Mm-hmm.
We laugh at it, but it ain't funny.
Mm-hmm.
I have a sense of, I think I got a sense of humor. Even when I can't find the mute button
Cookie.
on a different phone, bigger phone with new glasses.
Cookie.
How about that?
Cookie. He throwing the jab.
Yeah.
Tucson, you are a habitual violator, sir. I just want you to understand.
And then she said, I never forget that you told me that I was petty.
Yes, Teddy Pendergrass.
Uh-oh. Ooh, petty Pendergrass.
Oh,
God
oh Lord.
almighty. But cook
That's a right hook,
she,
man.
she hit you. She hit you with that one, brother.
I should have done.
You should have ran. Let me Cookie, let me ask you this question. What is more valuable to you? What is more valuable to you? Your laughter or your tears?
What was the last word?
What is more valuable to you? Your laughter or your tears?
Oh my goodness, what a question. Uh,
Why, thank you.
my laughter, because the laughter can always end the tears, even in the
Mhm.
midst of them flowing. So the laughter.
Okay, okay. That's a good answer. Good answer. I'm gonna go a little deeper. Let me go to Badger. Badger, what is more valuable to you? Your laughter or your tears?
I am unable to choose one or the other.
Badger, this radio and broadcasting a lot of different countries. So verbiage is very important.
I know verbiage is very important. That's why I'm telling you I am not able to.
Mm-hmm.
Because laughter has its place and crying has its place.
Mm-hmm.
One, I'm not going to fool my. This is my opinion of myself.
Mm-hmm.
So if anyone else takes it personal, that's on you. I'm not talking about anyone else but me. I view it as I would be making a fool of myself to think that laughter or crying is more important than the other.
Mm-hmm. Why
They're
is that?
both because they're both powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Laughter can help you through a lot of things, but so can crying.
Mm-hmm.
Like they they're both they're both valuable,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
they like. So I'm not going to choose which one is more than the other, because it just, I've never gotten questions like that, because emotions are emotions.
Well, I'm the question asker, brother.
No, I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just looking at it, why, even Cookie said, you know, you can laugh so much to a point that even tears can develop too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, there's things called happy tears, sad tears, anger tears. So it's,
Overcoming tears.
yeah, like, and then there's laughter or giggling. There's people that, giggle when they're stressed, or they're in a really weird or, their anxiety so high that they kind of just, go into a laughing fit. Like, laughing can happen like that too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, to me, that's a very individual thing. So I don't feel like I have any right to say which is more than the other.
Not even in your own life.
Nope.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Tucson, what do you say to that? What is more valuable to you, your laughter or your tears?
My tears, because they're hard to come by.
Mm-hmm.
Mine, unless I laugh my way into the tears, that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you ever saw somebody so mad they start crying?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're
That's
in trouble.
that's dangerous. That's dangerous, brother.
you are.
Yeah.
You, you, you,
Uh-oh.
you better run.
Be like, uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. I'm in trouble now. Uh-oh. That's one of
And
uh-oh moments,
then
bro.
there are some people that laugh at what's not funny,
Mm-hmm.
and you might be careful about that too,
Mm-hmm.
because that might be a small sign of schizophrenia. They will do these,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
these. But I think tears, because uh, you know how they say men don't cry.
Yeah. But when
Get
they
one to cry and see what happens.
but when they do,
Mm. You find out what they are,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
because they kind of, everybody, I think, don't want to see that moment when they cry
Mm-hmm.
for what's really, it gets, that's the I guess that's the emotional, almost mirror, when you can say, oh, I see,
Mm-hmm.
you kind of see their heart.
Mm-hmm.
um so I think that tears are valuable, unless your eyes just run all the time.
Mm-hmm.
you ever
Wow.
you
Lord
ever
Jesus.
you ever see the person that they so cold their eyes start running,
Mm-hmm. Mm. They need to get
and
inside.
they freeze up. See how valuable that is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm just saying. Man, Raheem, you start this Monday, man. Come on, you trying to make us think.
Hey, that's what I'm the question asker, brother. That's what I do. I'm like,
Sometimes think, sometimes thinking is hard to do.
yeah, yeah. But look, but
Mm-hmm.
quite necessary. But quite necessary. Let's go. Let me go back.
Yeah.
Tucson, it might be hard. Is it as hard as finding the mute button?
Mm.
Is that hard?
Uh, you you just whistling Dixie. Oh, I mean, not you.
Cook.
Oh, I see what it is. It's okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Cook you talk to me.
No, but I can find the mute button.
Mm.
Let
Look.
me see where it's at.
Mm. Okay, maybe turn the lights on. Maybe you're trying to find it in the dark. Cookie, laughter or tears? What has taught you the most?
Oh, certainly my tears have taught me the most.
Mm-hmm.
Generally, the fact that you have to cry over something means some measure of resolution is needed.
Mm-hmm.
They have definitely taught me the most. But I will say this, my the laughter though, those are the moments that you cherish. Those are the moments for me that are bigger than life. You
Mm-hmm.
ever had a conversation, a good friend, like in my family, people are very hilarious and they say the most outrageous things. But you
Mm-hmm.
ever heard something so funny that you laugh with no sound?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
You're so
Mm-hmm.
tickled and you're so no noise comes out
Mm-hmm.
until you breathe. It sucks all of the oxygen. It's so hilarious.
Yeah.
To me, those moments you remember for always. You
Mm-hmm.
recall them over and over. I think that we don't laugh enough in this country, especially in these times. We definitely don't laugh enough.
Mm-hmm.
Even on this broadcast, we could do better to laugh a little bit more.
Yeah.
We're we're so fortunate. We're fortunate to have each other as friends, to
Mm-hmm.
check on each other, to talk to each other, to keep each other straight. You're fortunate to have somebody to press the mute button for you, to
Mm-hmm.
even tell you that you're muted.
Yeah. Yeah.
How fortunate are we? Those
Mm-hmm.
are things really to laugh about, to be joyous about.
Yes.
Also, I guess to be petty about. My bad, Deshaun.
Wow. Wow.
See, every once in a while, when I was coming up, and you got dad would backhand slap you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was one of them.
That's what I just, yeah. We had this big uh 1969 70. He bought a Lincoln Continental. I think it was Lincoln Continental, and I love that car because when we was acting up in the back, it was too big for him to hand slap you because he was
Mm-hmm.
good at it. He was good at it. Anyway, I thought I
Wow.
was reminiscing, but what you know what I remember, and I think we talk sometimes. I remember the when you remember the good times that you have with a loved one that's no longer here.
Yes.
You cherish those moments,
Mm-hmm.
the laughter, the fun things that when the gathering of the family and you get together and you just have a good time. You don't want to remember
Mm-hmm.
uh, the sad times, the times that you know you had to cry. You try to stay away from those things. So I'm kind of having a thought about laughter
Mm-hmm.
because laughter is medicine.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I guess that's what yeah, I must be sick a lot,
Mm-hmm.
sick of things that go on in life. So y'all have to excuse me. A lot of times I'm kind of lighten the load because on the morning glow sometimes we can get fidgety
Yeah, very.
and we can be something else. Boy, this
Mm-hmm.
family here, we dysfunction. We dyslexic. You
Yeah.
know, we get at each other every once in a while. I ain't gonna say nothing.
Mm-hmm. And you know what?
Not me. I'm sweet.
See now, look in the mirror and say I'm sweet.
mm, mm.
I'm sweet. I'm delicate. I'm quiet and demure. I'm southern.
Yeah.
I'm listen. They don't come more genteel than myself.
Mm,
How dare you,
Oh,
sir?
mm,
oh. Well, I,
mm.
I need a violin. You have a violin right here.
I need to pull
While
one
she's
up.
talking, I want to play one.
I
I
can
need.
make this keyboard have violin sounds.
we might need one. Badger, what have you learned the most from your laughter or your tears?
Mine's been kind of interchangeable.
Mm-hmm.
I learned to laugh at some of the things I've gone through.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that, like I kind of said earlier, each has its place, and it depends on how people handle things.
Mm-hmm.
For
How do you
some, it's going to be
how do you handle it?
Depends on what it is. Sometimes I
Mhm.
laugh about it. Sometimes I cry about it.
Mhm. Can it be the same situation?
Yeah.
Wow. Mm.
I mean, sometimes I uh, process of healing trauma. Some I cry about, and then after a while, I just laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them I laugh at, and I might cry about it later. Like it's hard for me to say one more than the other.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
So
And you
I
said
mean,
it could be the same situation, and you could cry about it 1 minute, then the next minute you're laughing about it, then next minute you're crying about it again.
hmm
Mm.
like it's just
Mm.
one of those things.
Okay.
Like when the school, I'll throw one out there. As one time they were doing an evaluation test on me at school,
Mm-hmm.
and the school's trying to tell my parents that they want to put me in higher level classes, and my parents said he's too stupid for that,
Wow. Wow.
and they took me out of that school and put me in another one.
Mm-hmm.
And now I just laugh about it because of their ignorance.
Mm-hmm.
But when I first thought about it, it was when I cried about it a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and then I went, "What can I learn from it?"
Mm.
So I think both of them have a place.
Okay. Okay. That's good.
Both can be healing.
Mhm. Both can be healing. That's a powerful statement. Both can be healing.
hmm
Mhm. Cookie, do you
It
agree? Cookie, do you agree with that? Both can be healing.
I do. I do because um, it's a matter of perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes our emotions have us look at something a particular way and it makes us sad. But then somebody will remind you that there's a silver lining to this thing. And sometimes they remind you with laughter. So yes, you can use both to heal, depending on the situation. But also the beauty of the situation is being able to feel both, being
Mm-hmm.
able to know that in the midst of my misery, it can't rain forever. At some point, the sun has to shine again.
Mm-hmm.
That keeps us grounded. It keeps us humble and well rounded. You have to have a little bit of controversy in your life. You have to have a little bit of strife in order to appreciate what is good and bright and beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Do we appreciate it though? As a whole, do we appreciate it?
I can only speak for myself, and I can say yes. I can look at the life that I currently live and look at what it used to be like. How I used to struggle to go to a job where I was made to feel like um, something was wrong with me. Like I was deficient in some way. When
Mm-hmm.
in fact I was the most educated, the most talented, the most resourceful. But we live in a society where sometimes people don't allow you to be to reach your full magnificence. And
Mm-hmm.
now I'm in a situation where every day is my choice. Every day I appreciate me. I don't need anybody else to appreciate me. And I
Mm-hmm.
don't have to set myself in spaces anymore where people make me, question myself. So
Mm-hmm.
yet I appreciate each moment. I appreciate being able to have these conversations with you all. What I probably would have more is if I was in a position to be able to hit the mute button for Tucson, that would give me great appreciation,
Mm.
and I'm sure he would appreciate it as well.
Good deal. And see, and he just we just lost him, so hopefully he'll be right back in a minute. I think he might have a issue, might have hit the wrong button on his phone. Might hit the hit.
There you go. That's what I'm telling you. He
Mhm.
would appreciate having somebody to help him with these electronic devices.
Wow, wow. Bishop, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Hey man, I'm blessed this morning. How you doing, everyone else?
Hey, doing well, doing well. Good to have you, sir. Asking a question. What is more valuable to you? What is more valuable to you? Your laughter or your tears?
Well, I think laughter makes the heart, grow fonder, as some would say, and I'd rather be smiling and laughing than crying. But then there is crying. You can be laughing so hard that you start crying.
Yes.
So it's a mixture. The only thing that, I think I would just stick with the thought of just being happy, having the ability to just laugh and laugh about issues in life that are positive instead of negative. So, yeah.
But see, and it's been said it's been said on the broadcast this morning that sometimes tears don't see when people think tears, they think sadness and depression and heartbreak and different things like that. Tears could also be joy. They could be tears of joy, overcoming. I didn't think I was going to be able to obtain this victory. I didn't think I was going to be able to do it, and you just cry out because you're so happy. You're so you feel with so much because you've overcome obstacles, and it's not, and that's certainly not sad. So why do we always associate tears with laughter, with tears with sadness and pain?
Well, I guess due to that most times when there are tears, then it is because some negative thing has transpired. But like I said, sometimes you laugh and you start crying because of the joy that is. However, I mean, I agree, and that thought came to my mind. But I cry at weddings. I'm happy.
Yeah.
When someone's getting married. So I cry when I look at them getting married and stuff like that. But then there's a other little caveat to it. I'm like, they don't even realize what they're getting into. Marriage is something else. So I'm happy to getting married, but I'm crying because, ooh, look who you're marrying, or do you realize what all that takes, or what all is encumbered in being married to someone? So I agree with you. Yeah, tears are not always for sadness or disappointment. Tears are just for being happy as well.
Exactly. Now, Badger, is all laughter happy? Badger? Okay.
Sorry, I was talking to my kiddos, so I missed something. I do apologize.
Okay. I actually we was talking about not all tears are sad or hurt or depressed or whatever. And I flipped the switch a little bit with you, and I said it's all laughter. If a person is laughing, does that necessarily mean that they're always happy? Does that always symbolize a joy and happiness?
No.
Why not? Now you laughing. Why? How could you laughing? How could you not be happy? You're laughing.
Just one of the things that I've come to learn through working with mental health is, like I was mentioning earlier, there are people that laugh when they're stressed, people that laugh when they feel cornered, and different things like that. And sometimes people view that as there's something wrong with them, or they're making fun of a situation that they shouldn't. I mean, you've probably come across something like that before in your life.
Yeah.
Came across somebody that they're laughing in a situation that most people would view as, not socially appropriate, or it was weird. Well, there's there it is right there. The answer to the question you're asking. I'm pretty sure everyone on this line has experienced somebody that has laughed in situations that most people would think would be crying instead, or this emotion or this emotion. So I think sometimes laughter is something that can happen. It's very dependent on the person of how they handle different situations.
That's good.
So, I mean, it is what it is.
Wow. Okay, that's good. Cookie, what do you say to that? Laugh. The person sitting over there in that corner, they just laughing like crazy. They just laugh. But the situation that they're in their life, it does not merit laughter. It does not. You should not be laughing. Do you know what you're going through right now? But yet and still, they're over there and they're laughing hard. What does that say to
you? But
you?
it may merit laughter for them because we don't know their story. You don't know their circumstance. Sometimes people laugh because they feel God has a sense of humor, or this can't be happening. I just came through A and B, and now here comes C. Sometimes it's a nervous response. It's you're overwhelmed, or you laugh so that you don't cry, so that you don't fall apart, so that you can maintain some measure of self-control. Any number of those things can be true, no matter the circumstance of a situation. People have different responses to that. And as those of us who are observers, we have to be mindful. Nobody experiences things in the exact same way. You have to give people space to be themselves. Remember, I said earlier, my father told me you can't expect you from everybody else.
Yeah.
People handle it and cope in the best way that they can. And what we have to do is learn tolerance, be supportive in whatever way. If they laugh, at some point, perhaps I'll laugh with them. Show your support in whatever way you can. But I just do my best to not stand in judgment too much.
Yeah.
Because life is hard.
Yes,
my own life is challenging enough. I don't know the ins and outs of somebody else's, but whatever support I can offer, I'm pleased to do that. I'd rather offer support instead of judgment or asking why.
That's good. That's good. Bishop, now you walk into this room, you know that this person is going through a lot. And as a matter of fact, they're going through so much. You took time out of your day to go over and check on them. And you go in there, you go check on them and everything, and you look at them, and they sit there, they just laughing and just letting it go, But you know the situation that they're in. That's why you're there, because you came out to check on them to make sure they was okay. If you notice this laughter, what would that say to you? Knowing the person and what they're going through, what would that say to you?
Well, I say at this particular moment, this person is not focused on the negative that may have transpired. As it relates, I'm not gonna go where I know you're going through this. Why you laughing? No, I'm going to embrace the laugh and laugh with them as it relates. What you laughing about? And then they may tell me, man, you don't realize what I'm going through. So I think the best thing for me to do is laugh myself out of the situation than mope. And I'm like, now that's a good concept. See, so let me laugh with you, because that's how you have to take it. You have to take the good and the bad, or more so the bad with the good. That's what life deals you. Every moment is not always a kumbaya moment. I mean, a happy moment or a kumbaya moment, I was getting ready to say.
Yeah.
But still, it's something that this person is dealing with, and they're dealing with a different mindset at this point.
Now, when you got back in your truck, I'm gonna say your truck. You get back in your truck and you ready to go back home. Would you think to yourself, man, that joker crazy as a bed bug?
No, I'll say he's handling. I'll say that person is handling it very well. I'm happy for him. That's what I would say.
Okay.
So I don't think it's necessary to focus on every negative situation to the degree that you're not going to be happy yourself. I think you have to just take that situation and make it golden for you, but to the best of your ability.
Okay. That's good. Let's see who we got here. Joseph, there you go. I see who that was. Joseph, good morning, sir. How are you doing this morning?
Hey, good morning. Good morning. How are you? And good morning, Morning Glow family. How you guys doing?
Hey, doing good. Joseph, what is more powerful, your laughter or your tears?
Your laughter or your tears?
Yes.
Ooh. I think both are coping mechanism, as my sister just said. I'm not sure which. I think laughter can really help you get through some things. I guess tears are necessary sometimes, and I mean, depending on the struggle that you're facing, you don't want to wimp out too soon. But that's not to disregard that as an emotion, because it's necessary. Otherwise, I don't think the Creator would have given it to us. But laughter, helps you, make some sense out of things. Helps you to maintain self-control, so you don't, go off on nobody or destroy some things. because sometimes I have to laugh to keep from crying.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, I'm sure someone has said that. So I think the Creator knew what He was doing when He gave us laughter. It definitely brings healing.
Yeah, yeah, it does.
That's why I like to listen to certain comedians. I mean, ones who have a great deal of truth elements in what they're saying. Because I believe there's no saying the reason why the comedian laughs is because they haven't heard the rest of the joke.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, life is very serious, but it's good to be able to laugh
and just enjoy
some things
and just enjoy it. This is a day
and just enjoy the moment,
yeah.
And make the kids laugh, you laugh, and y'all laugh together because it's a gift that God gave us.
This is a day that the Lord has made, and we will rejoice and be glad in it.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's what it says right there. That's what it says.
Yeah.
Badger.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
In this society that we live in right now, are we trying too hard? Are we putting too much effort into being entertained?
Too much effort into being entertained. I think that's going to depend on the person. Because I mean, there's a lot to staying in a stressful state and the damage it can do to your body. So I think learning to have some fun, healthy fun, and things of that nature would be very beneficial for a person. However, just like anything, you can overdo it. The way some people get about football, I find it, I myself find it crazy. I'm like, it's wild how, jokingly or not, how quickly human beings will put other human beings down because their football team won and the other one lost. The way people talk to each other over sports, like on the show, like on here, we talk about, words matter and how powerful words can be and things of that nature. It's also the responsibility of the person listening to those words as well. Like, don't get me wrong. However, we need to be accountable for what we say. So when it comes to sports and stuff and or movies and different things like that, we have to hold ourselves accountable. Are we doing it too much? Are we, letting it affect how we're talking to other people? How our relationship with our family and so on and so on. Everything in life is about balance, in my perspective. So
do most people have that balance?
I feel everyone, it's something that we should all make sure we're in practice of.
But do most people have that balance?
I said it the way I said it for a reason.
I know you did, but you didn't answer my question. Do most people have that balance? I'll come back to you. 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 I know. I understand what you're doing right now. Let me go to Cookie. Cookie, what do you say to that? And we got another caller. Caller will come to you in just 1 second. Do we spend too much time trying to be entertained?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think that you can always find an exception, but no, I don't think that people spend too much time being entertained. There is maybe a subset of people who their entertainment comes at the expense of others,
Yes.
but that's a small minority. I think that people are focused on surviving, building the life that they want for themselves. I don't think that it is a chronic problem to be seeking entertainment. I don't, unless you look at it through the lens of people who for example, somebody maybe who uses a video game or something, maybe that's their entertainment. So they spend a lot of time doing it, sometimes an unhealthy amount. But for the most part, I think that there's so many other things we have to focus on that the pursuit of entertainment is not a huge problem.
Okay. Stanley, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Good morning, brother. How you doing, man?
Hey, doing good. Good to have you, sir. Asking a question, man. Do we spend, as a whole, do you think people spend too much time trying to be entertained?
Collectively, yes. It depends on the demographic and the time of year. You know, because you look at football season, you have a portion of not just the United States but the world that from September to February, that's all they focus on.
Yep.
That's football.
Yep.
You know, you have some folks. I had to stop talking to some folks over the last couple of months because I made a couple of comments about the Cowboys. And these folks are actually ready to, and this female, they're actually ready to fight me about the Cowboys.
Wow.
Because I've been a Cowboy fan for 30 years, and I'm gonna die a Cowboy fan, and I don't want nobody to talk about it. I was like, yeah, I was just saying, y'all get a quarterback, something.
Yeah.
Get Jerry Jones at your business. Let him own the business, but don't let him necessarily run the day-to-day operations.
Exactly.
And man, they fell out with me. So I just made my mind up this year. There's certain things that I'm not going to entertain as far as dealing with certain people. But certain people do spend a lot of time when you're dealing with certain kids and teenagers or even some young men up to age 30. They spend their time being entertained by the games. Entertained by these reality shows, Real Housewives or whatever, and the club scene and all this kind of stuff. And a lot of men being entertained by sports. And then a lot of people being entertained with the politics crap that's going on. It's going to be crazy in the next year with this presidential thing. So overall, I do believe that as a whole, the majority of people do spend too much time being entertained by outside and stuff other than, take care of home. And that's just my opinion. I know people may disagree with that, but I think we do overall spend too much time worrying about what's going on in the world of entertainment than we do about, as the brother was saying a minute ago, about balance it out between entertainment, work, and then taking care of the home. A lot of people spend a lot more time worried about what's going on in the world and entertainment and outside stuff than they do trying to make sure that things around the house are taken care of.
Taken care of. Exactly. Joseph, what do you say to that, man? Do people as a whole spend too much time trying to be entertained?
Yes. Yes. Yes, I think we do. I think we give too much of our time. It should be divided better than what it is, I think. But it does take our minds off of more serious issues. It does give us a chance to release. But I even feel that way about music. I grew up, I love music. I mean, I didn't play sports much when I played sports, but not in school. And I probably attended 2 or 3 games at the high school because I never made it over there anyway. They kicked me out in 7th grade, but I guess I didn't get that bug. I didn't get bitten like that. But I had friends who were on Saturdays. You couldn't remove them from the television.
Oh yeah.
And and don't bother trying to interject any other kind of thinking into that situation, because for them it was all sports. But I think we should divide the time better, and we should concentrate on those who control our lives and who make decisions for our lives, and constantly maneuvering things around us and shifting things around us till we wake up and find ourselves paying double the rent.
Yep.
While we watching the game.
Exactly. They went up $600 while you looking at the game, and they ain't even score. And they ain't even scored 3 points.
You see what I'm saying? You can't even get access to health care, but you busy watching the game, and you want to fight over the Cowboys. I can care less about the Cowboys. I'm worried about what the next doggone decision will be made for my life and my children's life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Asking the question right now: do we spend too much as a society, as people, human beings? Do we spend too much time trying to be entertained? Tucson, what did you say to that?
We raised that. We moved it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when we was I know when I was coming up on a Saturday, what was the routine? Get up if you ate breakfast. Turn the TV on, watch cartoons till a certain time. After cartoon, Soul Train.
Come on now.
Now you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That was the that was the routine. That was it. What else you did? And then after Soul Train, you go out and play. Because you couldn't stay in the house.
Say that again, Tucson, because these kids now, you have to fight them out the door. They couldn't stay in the house.
You got to get out of here. You're going to do something. You're going to go good. You're going to get out of here. You can't sit out in the house all day. You got to go somewhere. Go out and play. We would play marbles. The girls would play jacks. And sometimes we would play jacks with the girls because we wanted to be around the girls.
Yeah.
For some reason.
I wonder why.
So we, till the fellas come and you act like you wasn't playing jacks.
No.
Y'all see where I'm at?
Yeah.
But we had a routine. I mean, I don't know about nobody else, but we'll find a field and we would cut the field with our mama's, our daddy lawnmower, tied up, and make a football or basketball court or baseball. We made our own arena. But
now Tucson.
That's my way of saying.
What we used to do back in the day, don't let nobody bike get messed up. Because we'll take that rim off the bike and take all the spokes out.
Take a basketball.
Yeah, that's a basketball goal right there. That's your goal.
That was the goal.
Yeah.
Put it up on the tree.
Yep.
We run into the tree trying to do a layup.
Exactly. Yeah.
Put it against the house. But that was a form of amusing ourselves. What amusement is entertainment. Exactly. Come in the house, socks all muddy, from the ankle up, because we were playing in the day. And then we'll make sure we clean up. Now here's a different thing that was happening when we was coming up. Dinner was at a certain time.
Oh yeah.
5, 6 o'clock.
And you better be home.
Because by that time, Dad, you better be home. And another thing about it is, daylight saving time, I don't know if we had it back then, but if we did, whatever you was doing to play, when that street light came on,
beeline.
You better be heading towards it. What? I remember I was going out for a pass, and I knew I was going to catch it, but that light flickered. I turned around and said, "Tis, where you going?"
You know where I'm going.
I said, "Gotta go."
Yeah, you know where I'm going. Shoot, you know where I'm going.
Gotta go.
Shoot,
Gotta go. Bring my ball when you bring my ball home later.
Exactly.
But I
Exactly.
think that it was a form of entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
We
Mm-hmm.
would Starback, Roger Starback, and Leonard, what is Swan, Lynn Swan.
Lynn Swan. Yeah. Yeah.
Football was real football. They'd have something broke, and they're
Mm-hmm.
still playing the game.
Okay. Yeah, exactly.
And
Exactly.
we would play like we was professional football players.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's anyway. I'm talking a lot.
Good deal.
I think it was entertainment. We
Let me,
like that.
absolutely. Badger, you wanted to say something, brother? Cookie coming to you next.
Yeah, I was kind of being nice earlier when you
Mm-hmm.
were asking the most. I'm
Okay.
going
Go
to
ahead.
say absolutely,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm going to take it past the typical movies and sports mumbo jumbo. Look at how we vote, or most Americans vote. They vote on the one that entertains them the most.
Mm. So
I
are you
mean, let,
talking about? Are you talking about The Apprentice?
no, I'm talking about real life.
Well, the guy that played on The Apprentice, which was your ex-president, is what I meant.
Oh,
Woo.
I didn't watch it, so I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, look at how many politicians that are in office that their whole career has been silver tongue entertaining the public to hold their positions
Mm-hmm.
while they're lying to us, lying to our face. Because they learned the art of silver tongue.
Mm.
Like our politics are the biggest entertainment source in our country.
Wow.
Look at how much we end up talking about it, or hey, look, here's um, um, extortion. Here's paying for an underage kid. Here's this, and here's this, and yet they're still in. Some of them are still in their positions.
Mm.
Hmm. I mean, I, that's why I was trying to be nice earlier because that's how I view it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because there's no other way to say it for me. Because that's the only logical explanation I can come up with why some people would vote for some of the people in that office is
Mm-hmm.
they've been entertained enough to fall for it.
Wow. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Let me do the shout out real quick. I gotta say good morning to my mama. My mama's watching this morning. Good morning, baby. Love you, love you, love you, love you dearly. Appreciate you watching us this morning. Now, Cookie, how we said that people like to be like being entertained, but how costly can that be? How costly this the price of entertainment? Can it shed a price on our lives that sometimes we're not ready or willing to pay?
Of course. We talked about football.
Mm-hmm.
Many marriages have been broken up because of football.
Wow.
Not necessarily people who even play the sport.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes people are obsessed with watching the sport. You would rather spend your evening enjoying the football game than to help your kids with the homework,
Mm-hmm.
or than to talk to your wife about her day.
Mm-hmm.
That entertainment thing is very important to some people. There's a saying that says, whatever your aspirations are, um, those things are secondary to whatever your obligations are.
Mm-hmm.
There's a time and a place for everything, and sometimes I think that even as adults, we forget to prioritize. But there's definitely a penalty to having the wrong priorities. Certainly.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Wow. Tucson, what do you say to that, brother? Sometimes this entertainment is costly.
That's costly. It can shape a nation.
Mm-hmm.
It has. Let me take that. It has. Um, take the rise of social media. What's that all about? If that ain't entertainment or the desire to be entertained, we stay on it because people put their whole life on social media, and then the more, and everybody knows it. It seems like everybody knows it. The more likes and shares you get and comments you get, they start paying you.
Yes, sir.
Ain't that something?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Who would have thought it? To expose yourself, they'll pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
And so now we got a bunch of people thrive, wake up in the morning. I'm sorry. I'm guilty. And they can't wait. I'm gonna throw something out here for free. They can't wait till the morning glow come on.
Wow.
I did a commercial. Move on. There are, Cookie said, marriages that broke up by sports. But then not only that, video games, grown men with families stay on video games and tear their home up. They don't know what's going on in the house. Porn, gambling, what you call that place? Strip joints.
Yeah. You know what it's called, Negro.
I had to act like I ain't never went there. For just a minute.
Somebody hit his mute button.
He said, what that play called? What that play called?
You want to now you want to control the narrative. You hit his mute button. Before you say something. Sure, I'm gonna say something. Like here, we hooked on being entertained. Let me ask you a question because I might have missed it. Did the Super Bowl play yet?
No, this Sunday.
This Sunday.
Yes.
People, a lot of people are going between now and Sunday are going to spend millions, billions of dollars preparing. They're not even playing. They're not on neither one of their teams. Their team has already lost.
Yep.
And they're going to be in the stands like everybody else. But they getting dip and chip and beer and alcohol, and they paying their internet bill on time for the first time in months. Or they're gonna get ready. They're inviting friends. People are gonna travel. People are gonna do all kinds of things.
Yep.
Just because of the Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl.
And what is the Super Bowl? It's not the job. One more thing right here. I know I'm out of time. Even in our churches.
Yes, sir.
We have not developed a relationship with God. We just want to be entertained. If the church is not appealing to us, we're not going.
If that choir ain't popping, that choir better be popping.
They ain't going. They ain't worried about no relationship with God. Ain't studying that. They don't even know who he is.
Wow.
They don't know what he wants them to do. If it don't go just right, they're done with it. And my brothers and sisters, that's entertainment.
Wow. Cassandra, good morning, young lady. How you doing this morning?
Good morning.
Cassandra, as a whole, are we putting too much effort? Are we putting too much emphasis in being entertained?
Oh, absolutely. Look, and I put myself in that number because I'm a homebody. So my cop shows, especially British cop shows, that's my entertainment. That's how, and I'm on there, boy. Out in the middle of the night, it don't matter, you know, because that's what I do. So yeah, we love being entertained. We love it. We thrive on that.
At what cost?
And some of it, I mean,
At what cost?
What I mean, well, it's according to you. You know, you control that narrative. No one can control the narrative for how much you watch television or how much you enjoy the music or how many shows you go to. That's on you. But if you're neglecting important and essential things because of the entertainment, then you have a problem. It ain't the entertainment. It's you.
Yeah. Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's the way you have to look at that. No one controls the entertainment narrative but you.
Okay. So you could draw
Nobody
the line.
else controls that.
You could draw the line where you want to draw the line and not cross it. If
there you go. That line is wherever you put that line in the sand is where it is.
Good deal. Good deal. So, Leonard, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Good morning, Raheem, and the Morning Glow family.
Let me clear my throat. Leonard, as a society, as a whole, do you think we put too much emphasis on being entertained?
No, not no more than any other society would. I mean, entertainment is entertainment, as Miss Cassandra was pointing out. It's not, I don't think in those terms as far as the society, this, that, and the other, or what have you, because I'm not really in charge of everybody. So, people have their own level of entertainment. What entertains some does not entertain others. However, but it is worth spending your hard-earned money on.
Wow.
That's what that money is for.
So a lot of times, and I'm just going to throw this out there, throw this name out there, no disrespect to her at all. But Beyonce, her tickets, $600, $700, $800, $1,000, $1,200. People, but she sell out everywhere she go. Is that too much? Is that something that you would do?
No, because she hasn't had to lower her prices in order to fill an arena. So no, it ain't too high.
And
businesses get as much as you can.
Is that something that you would do in regards to buying?
No.
Why not? It's entertainment, brother.
But that don't mean I have to spend my money on it. I can watch it for free.
Wow.
So, one, I don't count other people's pockets, and I don't want them counting mine. I don't judge people because of how much money they make or whatever they do, what have you. The market will tell you what's too high. What's too high? If you was getting the money, it wouldn't be too high.
Leonard, I'm going to tell you something. Truth of the matter, I wouldn't want to charge somebody that much money for a concert anyway, and that's just me. I wouldn't want to do it. Well, you still make money. You still make money. You ain't got to charge them that much.
If you ain't charging them,
instead of charging $1,000, maybe charge $100. If nothing, charge $100, and you still making money. You still filling the seats.
So she should make 10 times less.
I ain't got nothing to do with what she make. I say me. I say I would not charge that much. Well, ain't got nothing to do with what she make. She make what she want to make.
I've been through a lot of business training, and that just ain't the way money go.
Okay.
So
maybe that's
don't make business.
That's a part of the issue right there, though. Maybe that's a part of the issue because people put too much emphasis on the financial side and making the money and getting as much as you can, pull as much as they can, and they're not thinking about the humanitarian side of it.
There is no humanitarian side of entertainment like that.
Well, there is a humanitarian. I can't even say the word. There's a humanitarian side in regards to how you have to conduct yourself. And how you do something.
That's another different conversation.
Yeah, it is. But my thing is this: I wouldn't. Again, me. I ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. Anybody do it the way they want to do it. But me, I wouldn't want to charge somebody that much money, knowing for one ticket to come see me up on the stage singing or something like that, man.
So I would charge you as much as you would pay.
You would. I can't say nothing about that. You would. I said, but me, I would not.
Yes. Well, let's get some more folks that think like you to respond, because it's to me, entertainment has value. Value varies between people.
Okay. And TikTok said there's a humanitarian side to everything you do.
Sure. Absolutely. There's no humanitarian side to sin.
That's that you threw something out there that time. I don't know if I agree with that. There is.
Well, if you find a good reason for sin, let me know. I'm more than willing to listen.
there's a lot of people that would, me personally, I try not to. I try not to, but there's a lot of people out there that wouldn't think 2 times about it. And they
About
feel
what?
and they sinning. And they feel as
Yeah.
what they feel as though what they're doing is right.
Right.
Because that's the way they live their life.
And then just like that, it don't even matter how much she charges to me. You know, or what anyone charges for that matter, or what
Again,
anything costs.
all that's good, Leonard. But again, I said me, and then I'm speaking for me. I would not charge that much. And like I said, if people so select to charge what they want to charge, if she want to charge $10,000 for a ticket, if people are gonna buy it, if that's what she wants to do, that's her option. Me, I would not. Curtis, good morning, sir. How are you doing this morning? Curtis and Tucson cousins, they can't find a mute button. Cookie, talk to me.
Yeah, what up, Ryan?
Oh, there you go. Oh, you woke now. Oh, you woke now. Look at that. He done woke up. Lord, good Lord, good Lord. Curtis, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning? How you doing this morning, sir?
I'm all right.
Good deal.
These dishes. What's going on?
What happened?
I said I'm washing these dishes. What's up?
Oh, okay. Curtis, do you think as a whole people put too much emphasis in being entertained?
As an entertainer, I can honestly say, yeah. But that's what entertainment is supposed to do. Like, I think entertainment has a way of in most cases, allowing people to lose touch of their reality. Even if it's just for a moment, to lose touch of your reality, depending on what entertainment it is. And then it allows people to see their reality in full color. So when you can see your reality and something else, you know, then you can find justification. And in some cases, you can find answers as to why. I do believe that.
Okay. Cookie, what do you say to that? What's on your heart?
Repeat the question for me.
Still the same. Or do you think do we put too much emphasis on entertainment? And where do we draw the line, if at all?
I don't know that everybody puts too much emphasis, but I think that when it does happen, it is detrimental. I think that entertainment is an escape. It allows us to lose focus, take it away from what we should be doing. We should be focused on progress, problem resolution, acquiring resources, unification, all of those things. Entertainment should be a luxury, but we live in a society where it's an essential part of everyday life. It takes away from our ability to reach our fullest potential sometimes. Not in all cases, but sometimes. Even this broadcast for somebody, you know, is entertainment, and we welcome that.
Yeah.
But at least with this broadcast, it allows people to multitask. You can be at work and listen to us. You could be in your car and listen to us. You could be, you know, doing your housework and listening to us. So you can be productive while, you know, being entertained.
Yeah.
But in the case of other things like video games, social media, it has a cost. It has a cost with regard to our time, and it has a cost with regard to our quality of life. People on social media are living in fish bowls.
Yeah.
And again, marriages, relationships, friendships are being ruined because very seldom is it in this life that you're able to see what goes on the other side. That's why I don't like reality TV. Because I can sit here and I can have this conversation with you and with Toussaint and Badger and everybody else. We can have these conversations, but very seldom do you get to see what happens on the other side. If there's a conversation where somebody says, well, I don't really like her voice. Most oftentimes, I would live my entire life and not know that ever took place. But with social media and reality TV, you're able to see the other side. So it also creates discord that ruins friendships. It puts your life under scrutiny in a way that it probably shouldn't be. And there's a detrimental effect. We're seeing it. That's why fewer and fewer people are able to rise to their full potential. Too much entertainment and too many distractions.
Wow. Joseph, talk to me, brother. Cassandra, coming to you next.
I think she hit it right on the head, man. I concur wholeheartedly. We must not allow ourselves to become too distracted, but then have a balance. I like music. I love entertainment. I love to see people dance and have a good time. But then overindulging only sets you up to be used, be manipulated. I keep one eye on the game and one eye on the folks who running that game. Who's taking in all the money, who's building these big arenas and excluding folks from the workforce. That's what I'm looking at. I look at how much the players getting paid, how many black coaches I see. You know what I'm saying? That's what I look at. I mean, game is cool, but the game of life is real to me.
Yes, sir.
And I don't want to lose in that game.
Exactly.
All right, if my team lose, okay, oh well. But I want to see the money come into my community the way it go in other folks' community. That's the game I'm looking at.
In the game of life, man, there's when it's over, there's no reset button. It's over.
That's right. Ain't no rerun. Ain't no redo. Unless you're gonna watch Tricky Dick Nixon lie all over again.
Okay, good deal. Cassandra, you there?
Yes, sir.
Reality TV, is that corrupt entertainment?
I don't know whether you want to call it corrupt entertainment. I know that it's not reality TV. I actually did. Well, I was directing what was supposed to be a reality TV star, and everything they did just about was staged.
Wow.
So if it's scripted, it's not reality TV. So people need to realize that. Most of the time, and I write and direct myself, so I'm talking firsthand knowledge. A lot of what people think is reality TV, it's staged. It's staged. It's just believe me, it's staged. And I have a young lady that I'm dealing with right now that is on one of the biggest reality TV shows in the country. And we sat and talked, and she said, "Miss Cassandra, you know me. That's all acting, okay?" She said that is all acting. What they saying? She said, now every now and then people get into it, like for real. But most of the time it's just scripted.
Wow.
I don't like reality TV. I don't like it.
Wow. But they want to sell it to you like it's real. Like it's really.
Oh yeah. And people all on board. People are totally on board, and it's nothing but how can they have that much drama because they scripted it or somebody wrote it? Somebody wrote it. Yeah, I won't do reality TV. I've been asked to write for somebody. I won't do it because I don't like what it does. I don't like the message that it sends. Especially for our community, when it comes to reality TV, we do the worst. We do too much.
Exactly, and you gotta looking at it. It just happened, bam, 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 just like that. So in reality, things don't happen that fast and that quickly, and that
no,
it just
that's how scripted. That's what I mean. But people like being entertained, like everyone is saying. People love being entertained. So this is good. It gives them a chance to live in this fantasy land. Oh wow! What if I had? What if what if he looked at me like that? What if? Listen, It's fake, most of it. I'll say 80% of it is fake.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. Leonard, talk to me.
I'm kind of like Miss Cassandra, you know. It never was real to me. I never assumed it was real. Shame on you if you did.
Yep.
If you can't tell, go get some help.
Somebody
I
treat you
mean,
real
it's
good.
just those. I mean, I don't know how to be nice about it, really, because there's nothing really nice about it.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
being played for a fool.
Mm-hmm.
But if that's what you enjoy, I mean, that's you.
Mm-hmm.
But you should really, I mean, if you have done anything or whatever to imitate or I'm 52, so I mean, I know BS when I see it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So I never was drawn into reality TV simply because it's not real.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I'm predicting the next line, it's not a big deal. Like a lot of shows don't have the level of realness for me, but the whole phenomenon around reality TV, I don't really care for unless it's truly unstaged television caught on tape type thing.
Yep.
So, you know, I like I say, I'm not here to judge people. What you put in is what you get out. It's not my responsibility to police what other people enjoy. So I don't get into that. I don't have to like everything. I'm not that person.
Exactly.
I don't have to enjoy what you enjoy. I mean, I'm very much, despite how much I know about my culture and my heritage, and I've always been in that area of life. That don't mean I buy into everything you say that has to do because you put black in the front. I have a brain.
Black broccoli still green, ain't it?
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know about no black broccoli unless it's burnt. But I have a brain and I use it. Now, is that too much to ask from everybody else? You know, I don't have, you know, God, you know, help me if it's not my intention to hurt people who are black, but I'm just me. I'm black because my parents made me. So it's never been hard for me to be that. I'm
It's easy.
fully that all the time.
It's easy.
It's easy. It's the easiest thing I do. When I hear other people talk about it, it's such a struggle. I'd be listening to find out what it's about.
Yeah.
Because I'm just trying to be the best person that I can be, balanced. I don't want to overconsume entertainment to the point where other things suffer. Then again, I don't covet what other people have and what they make and what their talents bring for them. But I don't have to participate.
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
believe in sanctification in most cases.
Good deal. Good deal. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Asking the question, do we put too much emphasis in being entertained? Do we put too much emphasis into that? Reality TV, is it real? Is it real? Is it live? Is it Memorex? Is it staged? What do you say about that? And what's the impact that it has in our community and communities? Badger, talk to me.
Man, a lot of things are being said. Well, I mean, I even touched on the silver tongues of the politicians. I don't know anyone that doesn't enjoy entertainment to some degree. I mean, that includes, I mean, going fishing, doing stuff with your family, you know, sitting there observing nature. I mean, isn't that all forms of entertainment? Like, I'm seriously asking.
It can be. Yeah, it can be.
So, if that's the case, every human, to some degree, I mean, based on my understanding of what entertainment is, likes to be entertained.
Yeah, but see, I wouldn't put that in the same category of a reality TV or something like that. I wouldn't put those in the same categories.
I don't know. I think there are a lot of people that see similar things or things that are very similar in those shows that reminds them of things in their life, and they can be helpful. But it's also understanding and being able to be aware enough of the difference. You know? So I know quite a few people.
Let me say this to you,
Go
Andrew.
ahead.
One of the reasons why I see out, this is just me talking, I'm talking for me, why I would not put them in the same category. A reality TV show is something like it's been said here, stage is scripted and all that stuff. If you're out looking at nature, that's natural. That's natural. It's not staged, it's not scripted, it's natural. It's all natural. And you can sit there, and I love nature, man. I can sit outside and just I can watch the leaves blow on the tree and be entertained because I love nature. But it's not the same. To me, it's not the same as watching a scripted reality show where people are just acting buck wild, doing it because of the fact they're told to do it.
See, I guess that's where me and you are gonna have to differ on that one.
Okay, that's fine.
Because just as everything is created to do the job that they were created to do, trees, the animals, and so on, the people that make those shows are also doing a job.
Okay.
You know, they either went to school or they were naturally talented in being able to create shows like that. So I guess that's a matter of perception because, you know, Leonard said something about sin earlier. And I'm like, sin also exists. It's also an entertainment source.
Okay.
However, you can either mimic it or you can learn from it of how not to be.
And TikTok said they disagree. TikTok said I disagree. Cookie, what's on your heart? Cookie, talk to me. Can you see the similarities in or are they different? Tucson Cookie can't find her mute button. Is she still there?
She better find it.
Oh no. We just lost her. We just lost her.
Okay, cause I was gonna say, did she get a new phone with new glasses?
Exactly.
And not she.
Oh, I knew you was gonna get that one. I said, man. But Tucson, do you see that the same, or are there similarities in nature, watching outside, watching nature, and watching a reality TV show? Can you see the similarities, or are they totally different?
Oh, they're totally different, man. You know, because when nature is if you watch nature, then you I don't want to be sounding like I'm sounding, but you see God's handiwork.
Yeah.
You kind of back away from society with no dictations, and you just see it for what it is, because nature is just what it is. It's natural. How things are. Animals are not like us, have the ability to be, if we call it sinful. We do that. That's our avenue of life, not theirs. There's no salvation for a cat. I don't care how much you love them. So I don't know if they even dogs go to heaven. I don't know nothing about that.
Lord Jesus.
So let that go. But we, on the other hand, can back away from society and see it for what it is. And it's so peaceful to go out there and say, okay, I'm going to turn the TV off. I'm not going to ride in the car with the radio on. I'm going to just go out walking and just go and to a quiet place.
Yeah.
That's a good thing to do that we seldom do. We're always looking for something to do. And when we look for something to do, that's entertainment. That's just me. I might be wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. I don't mind being wrong. I've been wrong before. But when you are looking for something to show yourself, you're being entertained. It's just maybe I'm ignorant. Some people don't like to admit that they always looking to be entertained. Some people like to hear themselves talk.
Yeah.
You don't think so? I think so. Even when they ain't talking about nothing. You ever got into a conversation with somebody and they repeating their life? Ain't got nothing to do with what you talking about. I was in a conversation with some preachers and pastors, and we got into a conversation, and all of a sudden, one of them decided that he was going to give us a 3-point message in our conversation. I'm looking at him and like, man, it's all about you, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
You love yourself. And we love entertainment. We thrive on it.
Yeah.
When was the last time that you had a quiet moment? For the most part.
Wow.
What is that?
Been a minute. Ryan, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Doing good, man. On the road again.
There you go.
On the road again.
On the road again. I just can't wait to get on the road again. Oh, see, I know all kind of music, man. But Ryan, do you think as a society, as a whole, do we spend too much time trying to be entertained?
Yeah, I would say yeah. I mean, every moment, every day, almost. Even at work, you're trying to stay entertained. You have to excuse my nav unit. But yeah, I mean, work. You're doing your daily tasks, and coming up, work was a quiet place for me. You're just doing your work. And now it's got to have music, got to have the phones. I'm constantly writing people up at work for using social media on their forklifts, which is a deadly machine.
Yeah.
They constantly have to be entertained, or they get bored, and they don't want to handle their day-to-day tasks. Driving in the car, got to have music, got to have a talk show. As soon as you get home, the TV turn on, or you turn on the game system or something. Even when you go out to dinner with somebody, you're sitting across the table on your phone.
Yeah.
Constantly looking for a way to have something to keep your attention other than the person that's in front of you. That's my opinion.
Wow, that's good. That's good. Kirk, talk to me, brother.
Well, what is it you want me to talk to you about? I think everybody has said it. What I mean, reality TV is Cassandra just told the whole world. Reality TV is scripted. It is as a performer. Okay. As a performer, reality TV is the most disrespectful level of entertainment.
Wow. Wow.
Right? And here's why I say that. It's rather simple. You'll hear people say, oh, reality TV, it ain't nothing but improv. Y'all quit telling that lie. Quit telling that lie. It's not improv. It is not improv. And it is a smack and a spit in the face of those who perform improv to say that reality TV is the same thing as improv. It's not. Reality TV is scripted. At the end of the day, it might not be scripted in terms of lines written down. In some cases, people actually write lines for folks, like Sandra just said. So how much reality is that?
Yeah, exactly.
But reality, okay, reality TV is set up on a premise of I need Raheem to fight L Dog. I need y'all to have a fight. I want y'all to get in a fight over such and such, such and such. But you gotta at some point say this line or that line right there.
Yeah.
That's what reality TV is. Improv is you don't know what's going to happen throughout the course of the show. You have a premises or you have a situation and or circumstance that is given to you. Once the actors take stage, that could go in any direction that the creative mind decides to take it. None of that is scripted. It is by far one of the hardest things to do as a performer because you have no ability to develop any kind of character or characteristics for the people that are on stage at the time that you're doing improv. Reality TV sticks to the antagonist, protagonist. They stick to that mantra, I guess you could say, right? They stick to that whole formula, right? That's why if you watch it, certain people you'll hate. You can't stand them. And then other people you feel sorry for. That's because those characters are set. In improv, no characters, in my opinion, no characters are set. The characters are developed right there when you're sitting there in front of your face.
Wow.
But I as the person in entertainment, I think what we've done is, from a business mantra and a business perspective, is businessmen thinking business over the craft or over the art figured out a way to create revenue without having to pay real actors for real work, without having to pay a collection of writers for real work. Some of these reality shows, if you saw what they pay, man, because I be on backstage a lot, right? Some of these shows, in all reality, pay not only below market rate, but they pay peanuts for these people to be on here and make fools out of themselves.
Exactly.
People have become more willing to accept fame without fortune. Right? And some
Hey Curtis, cases, a lot of times do people that get into the industry by way of a reality show, are they sometimes pigeonholed?
Are they pigeonholed?
Yes. Meaning they can't meaning typecast. Yeah, typecast is what I mean. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Because the truth be told, a lot of them, they, man, I hate to say it like this, man, because artistry is artistry. A lot of them are horrible actors, man.
Wow.
A lot of them are horrible actors.
Wow.
Like, I'm just going to keep it real. Some of them, if you put them in a room with a group of actors that are truly dedicated to the craft,
they couldn't act their way out the room.
And they will completely if you put them in a scene, they will completely disappear all the while standing on stage.
Wow. Cassandra, do you agree with that? Cassandra? Cassandra, you there? Leonard, talk to me, brother.
Sometimes I think for lack of knowing other words to like really come up with a real good one, we start lumping things together too much. And it's so easy to judge other people and what they do. Me personally, as my man Kurt is an actor. He makes money doing that. He writes. He just did his play. So he has a different point of view of that particular industry and that particular business because they're in that business.
Yeah.
You think I care how much someone gets paid? Not really. Hell, some of them could do it for free based on the talent. You know what I'm saying? So whatever they get $40. They don't made more. They don't. About what it's worth.
They
but
overpaid. For $40, they overpaid, Leonard.
Yeah, I know somebody give you a hell of a time for $40 and won't have nothing to do with TV.
Oh Lord.
Now, we have to understand.
Oh Lord.
It's what you consume that makes it valuable.
Yeah.
If you stop consuming mess and it has no value to turn dollars, it'll be off. But it caters to the low educated. It's easy to just enjoy and not question, no values, no nothing, and behave the way they behave. And people get caught up in that because that's easy. Trust you, if you're from the Black community, you can go find a person in the street or in your family that could do what you see on TV.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So there's nothing involved in that, but like you say, somebody putting it out there because they can make money.
Yeah.
They don't care nothing about what it means or what have you. That's why I can't be in love with all y'all. Because y'all ain't on the right page. And just because we got the same color and the same skin don't mean we gonna vibe. So I don't have this overwhelming desire to make people behave the way I want them to. What they may be doing over here ain't got nothing to do with me.
Are you trying to say all skin folks ain't kin folks?
No, I said it. I wasn't trying. You, if people who know me will find that out when they meet me. It's really not about this this thing that we think that we may have. We have a common enemy. That's what draws us together. A common enemy. I'm with you to fight the enemy. But I won't have a white master nor a black one. Do you understand?
Good deal. Good deal. Toussaint, talk to me, brother.
Man, you almost drawed us into a
Lord.
You went there. I'm glad you got off of that train right quickly. We ain't got nothing to do with entertainment for $40.
All I need to know is who's on God's side, Toussaint. I don't need nothing else.
I think it's just me, man. We live our lives to be entertained. I said we. That way I make sure that I don't point the finger at somebody else because I know me. I got to have something before me to do. I got to have something. I'm just saying me. Something has to be catching my eye at some point or another. It's just the way that we are. When was the last time, for the most part, do you think that somebody sat at the table with somebody else and didn't have a device in front of them? even in a meeting that you go to, and you have to say, "Are you listening?" Is that my
Somebody,
phone?
somebody got something going on. Hold on for a minute.
Somebody got a
There you go.
car running.
There you go.
Vroom. Well,
I got.
it, no, but you got it.
Yeah.
No, but we're sitting at the table and somebody's um we having a nice supposed to be having a nice dinner, but in the midst of having a nice dinner they say, look at this post.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what let me ask a question for the most of our listeners and even on the panel. What time is dinner
6
for the
o'clock.
family?
6 o'clock.
I'll wait.
6.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's one. 1 out of 10.
Yeah.
How would you say that they know what time dinner is tonight?
Most don't have.
What you think?
Most people don't have a time.
No.
Most
Mm-mm.
most people don't have a time.
When they wake up, in the morning, um, Lord have mercy, I'm finna ask some questions, and this gonna really bust a bubble. I guess I'm not pointing the finger, but what time's prayer time?
Mm.
Oh, we ain't got time for that.
Mm-mm.
What's the
No.
first thing you do after you brush your teeth? If you brush your teeth and if you drink coffee, what's the first thing you do? Either look at your cell phone to see what you missed on Facebook or TikTok or the latest video, or you check your voicemail, or you check your something, or you turn the TV on, turn the radio on, or something. When last time you rode somewhere and the radio wasn't on in the car.
Mm.
So if those things are happening, what is being done?
Yeah.
Entertainment.
Mm-hmm. Entertainment.
You
Absolutely.
live for it.
Mm-hmm.
You live for it.
Mm-hmm. That's good. That's good. Badger, talk to me.
I mean, it. See, for me, the way I perceive things, I see a lot of the, the way politics and other people do things on TV and everything else as a reality TV show. That's how I perceive it.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times they're reading off what they paid someone to write for them.
Teleprompter.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah. So I don't see. Sometimes it's hard for me to see the difference in those kinds of things because a lot of what you can see you can tell when reality TV shows are scripted.
Mm-hmm.
So I just I see different aspects of what we deal with here in America in that same realm. You know, a lot of people put on a mask and do their best to pretend and act and behave certain ways and different things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, I spent a good bit of my life having putting on a mask and trying to fit in where I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Felt like I.
You're right.
So nope. I think someone's wanting to say something.
No, go ahead.
So like I understand, and I'm just sharing how I view things
Mm-hmm.
personally, and I'm not saying anyone else needs to, or if they don't, they don't. Just I I view things a little different sometimes, and this is one of those because things are quite interesting. And one of the things that sometimes I've had to learn is definitions change. The way people use words can be different depending on who you're talking to and things of that nature. To me, a reality TV show is where people are not being honest and true to themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So, and things seem scripted. So that's how.
Seems scripted.
I mean, yeah, seems scripted until proven that it is. Most of the time it is. So, and so that like, so to me, I'm using the term to speak it in that way.
Okay.
Kind of like a reference point.
Okay.
From how I talk and the way I perceive things and how I understand, the term reality show.
Got you. Good deal. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Give us a call. Love to have your input. Ryan, talk to me, brother.
Yeah, I think reality TV that ruined a lot of things. I'm 100% agreement with Curtis on that. Like, it's not even really reality. I think the closest thing to reality that I saw that was a reality TV show was a skit on Dave Chappelle. Because that was about the closest thing to real that you could get, and that's what he's good at. But you think about reality TV, they give you all of these scenarios that ain't legit, that you ain't never gonna go through in your real life. You never finna be stuck on no island with 30 bombshells, guys or dudes, vying for your attention.
Yeah. Yeah.
You never finna run through the whole cast until you find the one that fits you the best. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. Wow.
I mean, that's just real. Like, those things aren't going to happen to anyone. So why would you put it out there like, you could do this? This would be your life. It doesn't make any sense. All you do is skew reality for the normal people out there, like you, me, and everybody else.
Wow.
You make it seem like everybody out there is looking like these women or looking like these men, and that it's attainable. And some people will spend their lives chasing after that.
Trying to get it. Yes.
Not understanding that they're never going to get that.
Wow.
You have to be okay where you at. Like Too Short said, get in where you fit in, fool.
Good deal.
Because life is like that. Life is like that. And I hate to, it sounds pessimistic, but it's not. Life is really just life. You fit in certain places, you don't fit in certain places, and you got to be okay with that. And what you do is you make the best of what's given to you.
Don't try to
Stop trying to chase after things that are unattainable.
Don't try to put the square peg in a round hole.
Go ahead.
Don't try to put the square peg in a round hole, huh?
You can't fit an octagon in a triangle. It just doesn't work that way.
Good deal. Cassandra, reality, what do you think? And you've been on both sides of it. What do you think the most dangerous part, damaging part, if you will, of reality shows are for the consumers?
That people actually believe that. I mean, the bottom line is that people actually believe that mess is real. That is literally, it's mind-boggling to me. I don't get it. I don't get it. But people are so wanting to escape. That's the word. People are so wanting to escape whatever their humdrum or, boring lives are, that they attach to anything to give them that, woo, oh man, did you see, Love and Hip Hop last night? Did you see when she slapped him and blah, blah, blah? People love that kind of stuff, man. And like I said, most of that stuff is so staged, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Now they, like I said, they do get into it where they get into physical fights and they, women get jealous and all that. They do that, but that's a very small part.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that just the excitement of living in that fantasy world is a way of escape for a lot of people to escape their humdrum lives. And even the people that you see on there with the high brand name things, a lot of times those brands give those people that stuff to use. They ain't buying nothing. And you gonna go out there and try to buy $1,000 pocketbook. Hello, somebody.
Mm-hmm.
$1,000 pocketbook on your McDonald's money because you saw somebody on Love and Hip Hop with that purse.
Exactly.
Come on now.
Exactly.
That's where this consumer loses.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wow, that's good. Yes.
You know what I was thinking about? How I was at Preachers of Atlanta. What a mess.
Yes, sir.
Hot mess.
When you're supposed to be a representative of and called by God Himself to rescue almost, to be a vessel for the soul of man. And you put that in a realm, in a category of entertainment.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You mean to tell me that you're going to risk it all just so that you can just make a mockery of the most a position that really, and this is me, maybe not nobody else, that's more important than the President of the United States. If you're sincere about it and you believe the calling that you speak, or you are, what I'm trying to say, God called because of the danger we are all in, and you're supposed to, any, I'm not talking about just Christian. I don't want to just single it to that. But if you are a vessel of honor, supposedly, and have a standard about yourself, you're on a mission and you have a purpose, you have a calling, you have the real, you're supposed to be the real deal. And then you're gonna put that on TV.
Come on.
Just for ratings. You got to be kidding me.
Come on. Wow.
I just thought about that. Boy, I tell you, we and some people, I never even, I watched it. I think I might have watched it once, and I hurry up and change the channel. Because I don't want no parts of it.
No. Don't even want it on the TV in your house. Yeah. Yeah. That's good.
So I just thought about that.
Good deal. Well, anybody else have anything else they want to say on this particular topic before we move on to the next one?
Raheem.
Yeah, Raheem.
Yes.
I would suggest people go to Ecclesiastes, the 8th chapter. I like that chapter because it goes into this belief and there is a time for everything, and a balanced man and a smart man and the choices that he makes. And I want people particularly to understand, I believe it's around 14 or 15. Enjoy life. Eat, drink, and be merry. That's what God wants for you. What other reason to gain these things and have wealth other than to use it for that purpose? So let us not get so far, because there are some people who hate to see other people enjoy themselves unless they're doing it the way they approve of. So we may look down on certain things, but everybody does not. So take that into consideration with Ecclesiastes 8. That may help somebody understand where balance should be.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Curtis, you was about to say something?
Yeah, I was going to say that, you know, there's a saying that all of us, particularly actors, we try to live our experience by. There's a saying that says the world is a stage and we are all actors in it. The one thing that sets me aside from the reality world or reality TV world is that I truly get the opportunity to create. And I think that is a part of the whole craft of acting that is missing and being limited. Ecclesiastes is I'm glad my brother brought it up, because there's a scripture that teaches us about the maturation of man from infancy until elderly and before he dies, and how you should understand what that maturation is. If you understand that maturation, then you'll understand process. See, a lot of these reality performers, they don't get the experience of process.
Yeah.
They don't get the experience of working, of having to develop, of having to understand situation and or circumstance. And if you don't believe me, here's the easiest way I can tell you as a director. Pay attention to every time there's a situation. Every time there's a situation, you are being browbeat with the same exact person or the same characteristics every time there is a situation and or circumstance on the show.
Wow.
We as human beings do not handle a multitude of situations the same way every time. Most of us that do are looked at like we are crazy. Oh no, I'm not even gonna deal with that, because you already know what's coming out from over there.
Good deal.
You know, to each his own, man. You know, I'll land the plane here. To each his own.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You enjoy what you enjoy, however you enjoy it. But
good.
I do want to tell you that I seen something this weekend while I was sick that really blew my mind, man.
What's that?
You get a chance right here, watch this docu-series called The Vatican Girl.
Okay. Okay. Good deal.
It's called The Vatican Girl. Watch it. When you get a chance, watch it, man.
Okay. Okay. I would do that. I would do that. Cassandra. Cassandra? Cassandra, you there? Tucson.
Yes.
Okay, hold on.
Yes.
There she go. Look, delayed reaction.
Can you hear
But
me?
yeah, I heard you now. Cassandra, I'm gonna say something to you, and I want you to go where you want to go with it. Okay? How confident is this, and what does this mean to you? Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil.
Are you kidding me?
Come on.
What does that mean to me?
Yes.
Boy, oh boy. Man, how many times have I walked through the shadow of death? That's the question. How many times have I walked through the shadow of death? And I can't say every time I wasn't afraid, but I took it as quickly as possible because fear and faith can't dwell in the same place at the same time.
Come on.
I don't believe that. I don't believe fear and faith can dwell in the same place at the same. Okay, wait. For me, let me be specific because I don't want nobody coming at me. Okay, for me, fear and faith can't dwell in the same place at the same. Because if I'm fearful of something, and like I told you, the guy was in the building that I went into, and that was a whole nother story. And I knew that this man meant to harm me. I know that he meant to harm me and possibly kill me because I found him inside this building that he shouldn't be in, and I got the key. You ain't got no key. And immediately a fear came over me because it was like this guy is going to kill you. He's going to kill you, and I had to dismiss that. And I heard in my spirit very loud and clear, do not alarm him, act normal. Do not alarm him. And I had to go actually into acting mode.
Yeah.
What I do at times. I had to go into acting mode and make this man believe that it was okay for him to be in the building, even though he wasn't supposed to be broken in. So the death factor for me, I've died twice. You know that.
Yeah.
I mean, I've literally heart stopped dead 7 minutes, a couple of minutes, another time. I've died. So even when I've been in those positions, it's like the love of God, the trust of God overrode any fear that I had.
Yeah.
I'll leave that right.
Wow, that's good. Toussaint, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. What does that say to you, Toussaint?
That's to know the shepherd. The two things left out. Yea, and thou art with me.
Yeah.
The shadows of death, I feel no evil, for thou art with me. Who's thou? Him. The creator, the God of the heavens and the earth.
Come on.
I don't fear. I don't want nothing. What he does, he plans out my life. He puts me in the right places at the right time. For his sake, not mine, his. He got a reputation to uphold, that he's a keeper. And if I go through the valley of the shadows of death, I ain't scared. I'm not worried about it, because I have past experiences with him, and he take care of his. Can I say something that some may think, oh, he's going off the deep end?
Say it.
I am not a bastard. I got a father, and I know him.
Yeah.
And he know me. Even in my worst conditions, he got me covered. Because sometimes we got to go through that valley. We're going to go there. Every one of us going to go there. But we have a confidence in him that we're going to come out better on the other side. That's how he works.
Yeah.
So I can go on and on with that. It don't mean the same thing when mama taught it to us when we were children. that 23rd Psalms means a whole lot more
Yeah.
than just saying a Bible verse before you eat your meal.
Mm-hmm.
It becomes a lifestyle.
Exactly. Exactly. Badger, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. What does that say to you, Badger?
Me personally,
You personally.
it's my mindset.
Mm-hmm.
One of them, anyway. Um, boy, that's. I was sitting here and listening. It. I feel it's a really good mindset to have. For me, it's a constant fight and constant struggle. Fighting the dark stuff in my mind to not let the fear and other things take over, and so it's a lot of faith, knowing that things will be taken care of, looking at our society, the way people treat one another, and all those things. For me, it's a constant.
Mm-hmm.
Working hard to remind myself of that, and you know how Jesus walked like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because to me, I viewed that was his motto.
Yeah. Yeah.
Walking among all of the human beings that he walked among.
Mm-hmm.
How many of them wanted him dead and everything else.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So I feel, for me, it's it's been a very powerful thing for me.
That's good. That's good. Leonard, what do you say to that? Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. Leonard, what does that say to you? What does that mean to you?
Man, of course, it's a huge part, and that's what makes that scripture so important to so many Christians. Is sometimes that's just where you have to go,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
and it's called the valley. And I'm sure my man Kurt on here and some other guys in the military know the value of the position of your enemy if they in the valley.
Mm-hmm.
You can only go so far left or right. One
Mm-hmm.
way in, one way out. You can attack them from the top on the high ground.
Mm-hmm.
So there's danger all through that valley. But if you're walking on a righteous path,
Say it. Say it.
you
Say
shouldn't
it.
fear the evil in that valley.
Mm-hmm.
And so it is amazing. The writer of that psalm had actually, I think it's attributed to David. And we know one thing about David is, so he was scared or not, David believed that if God was on his side, he would always win.
Mm-hmm.
And God showed it to him. What happened when you went and I didn't send you or I didn't tell you? You've lost.
Mm-hmm.
But then David started understanding how important it was to inquire. And so that's why you shouldn't fear, because you have the ability while you go through this valley at any time
Come on. Come
to
on.
call on your God.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why you shouldn't have any fear. Oh, they there. You ever been to a part of downtown? Hey, let me holler at you for a minute. Then you got to bump into the one looking for the crack. Then you got to walk past the one that's actually taking a literal dump right there in the middle of the street.
Mm-hmm.
Evil and wickedness everywhere.
Everywhere.
But
True.
don't fear that as much because of your God. That's if you believe in
Mm-hmm.
God.
If you believe. Exactly. Exactly. Ryan, talk to me, brother. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil.
Got a different perspective for myself and the way I came up. It means a lot but the words are orchestrated a little different for me. It's, yea, though I walk through the valley with the shadow of death, hand in hand. And, you know, some people may come at me sideways about that, but that's the truth of the matter. It's, I'm not walking through it, I'm walking with it every day. Every time I step out of my house, every time I get on this expressway to travel between my facilities, I'm walking with them because it's all around. It never disappears. But I do it because I have somebody else sitting with me, protecting me, guiding me through, telling me, don't grab onto that. Don't hold his hand. He's right there with you. It's right next to you at any given moment. But I'm right here inside you, steering you, keeping you safe. And I think it's a very powerful statement. It's a powerful statement of faith to know that God is inside you, guiding you, being that still small voice. And at the same time, sitting right next to death the whole step of the way. He's making you comfortable with the perspective that he's keeping you safe the whole time. It's an amazing feeling.
Wow. Wow. Amazing feeling. It's an amazing feeling. Good deal. Curtis, talk to me, brother. Though I walk through the shadow of the valley of death, I will fear no evil. Kurt, what does that say to you?
Yeah. Every time I hear that scripture, and I'll never forget it. I guess it was about 15 years ago, 20 years ago. You know, the Spirit unveiled to me how powerful that scripture is, and how that same scripture was given to us twice. That scripture was given to us once by David, and then again by Christ himself. Now, some people might say, what is he talking about? If you, and I studied this thing because I had to speak on it one Sunday. This was about 20 years ago. If you study that scripture canons and text, and then you take a look at the Lord's Prayer, I can pretty much guarantee you that you will be able to actually combine the two. They coincide with each other. One is a final call, and one is the answer. Now, in my humble opinion, the one that came second is the final call. The one that came first answers the why. But you all can do the research, or you all can look at both and figure them out for yourselves and see where they take you. But every time I hear that scripture, it just lets me know that as long as I go, wherever I go, whenever I go, however I go, as long as I go with God in front, behind, beside, and in me, then I spiritually don't have any worries.
Wow. Wow. That's good. That's good. No, none at all.
Let me say that again.
None at all.
Before I landed, ladies and gentlemen, please put your trays upright, lock in, make sure your seat belts are fastened. We're going to get a little bit of turbulence. But we're going to land this plane.
Mm-hmm.
That scripture basically tells us, each and every one of us, I don't care what your nationality, religion, whatever, but that specific scripture tells you that no matter where you go, when you go, how you go, and what you went there for, that God will always have gone there first. He will always be the last one to leave. He will be standing not only beside you when you walk through the door, but he will be standing in you when you get to the table.
Mm-hmm.
And as a result, those who are thinking inappropriately will have to take the premise.
Good deal. Good deal. Good deal. Cassandra, talk to me, Cassandra. Cassandra, you there? Cassandra, and that mute button. Cassandra, wake up and go to sleep. Wake up and go to sleep. Tucson, talk to me, brother.
When you try your best to stop being religious and study and take in and digest the word of God, scripture. We have prayer life. You make it a daily practice and lifestyle. You develop and look at those that have come before you and how God worked in their lives. It kind of paints the picture of how we conduct ourselves and the confidence that we find out that we can have in him. I'm talking about food. I ain't worried about nothing.
Come on.
Nothing. I don't have nothing to worry about. I got a good shepherd. And he says the sheep hear his voice, know his voice. A stranger, they will not follow. Let me say that again, because I don't follow after everybody. The devil is a lie. Because they got some strange people.
Yes, sir. Yeah, very. Very.
And speaking in this, stealing in the name of the Lord. Everybody got a title and a position. They got their own ministries. I ain't never seen so many ministers in my life. Everybody got a word from the Lord. No, you don't. Shut up. Stop.
Yeah.
Be quiet.
God told me to
you ain't
tell
talking
you
about nothing. He ain't told you that. He told you that because you want to be excited. He wants you to change. Let me say that again. You want something to excite you. He wants you to change your life.
Yeah.
Stop acting the way that you want to act and then yield to him and change your life around so that you will be more like him.
Yes.
Not like the world. You're in the world, but you're not of it. So you don't conduct yourself like the world. I know you make some mistakes. That's okay. Don't let that get you down. When you fall, get back up. And
don't let it get you down.
You get in that battle.
Don't let it get you down. Yeah. Yeah. That's my song for the day.
And in case you hear a wolf crying out.
Hey, Leonard, that joker threw me a gut punch, didn't it? That joker threw me, he snuck one in on me. He snuck one in on me, Leonard.
You make it too easy.
Don't let it get you down, girl. Don't let it get you down.
You missed the jab right there.
That's the OJs, brother. That's the OJs.
That's who that was. I thought it was J.O.
this.
Hey, then let them sing it.
They don't do it as well as I do. They're old now.
Oh, that's what it is.
I gotta help them.
Yeah.
Gotta help them.
When your check coming in?
Man, I got paid already, man. I got paid for the year.
Oh, I thought you got paid not to.
You
Let it
don't
go.
pay food stamp no more.
Look, them plastic food stamp coin. Y'all don't remember them. Y'all don't know nothing about them. Y'all didn't have none of them. Go ahead, Leonard.
What, Raheem?
Them plastic food stamp coins.
I don't know what you're talking about, Raheem.
I do. But listen.
Boy, that shows your age.
I don't remember being plastic.
You got one of them coupon books.
Yeah, exactly. Come on now, y'all know. Like y'all didn't like that cheese. Y'all know y'all love that cheese, that welfare cheese. Come on now, stop playing. See, y'all get on here, y'all get all high sedentary, and y'all don't remember that.
No, I just think we don't remember the plastic coins. I don't. I just don't.
The powdered eggs.
I love stirring that peanut butter.
Yes, sir. That peanut butter.
Yeah, I know about that, but I don't remember the plastic involved.
Man, that peanut butter was thick, boy.
It was real.
Yeah, it sure was. It sure was. It was good though. It was good. But go ahead, Leonard. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil.
You know, you came to me already.
I know I did, but my thing is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't want to take nobody else's time, but I think that people have to understand, and this is the thing that I am learning.
Mm-hmm.
And because you know me, I go to the heart of the matter. I'm just not satisfied with what people say.
Come on,
just not. Never have been.
Mm-hmm.
So we have when we're quoting these verses and things like that, and we doing this path. We have to try to really understand for ourselves what that scripture is saying and what meaning it may have.
Mm-hmm.
And it seemed like you had some, but not so many as David, it seems, is just exposed himself from the inside out.
Yeah.
David showed us what it's like to be God's man and then be for the streets too. You understand?
He has some hood in
it? No, he ain't just had some hood in it. I mean,
there's some thug in him.
David was something else.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to, have read enough of his writings and understand the different things as he knew he would fail things on his own.
Was he
but
rougher
only thing he would always say, guess who ain't never let me down?
What was he rougher than Peter though?
Oh yeah, he was far rougher than Peter. He was robbed. Peter was a lot, believe it or not, Peter was probably a lot more of a gentleman.
What?
David slayed thousands.
Yeah.
Thousands.
Yeah.
David tore bears to pieces.
Mm-hmm.
David wasn't a regular man. So as we think, because despite what society and everybody else was doing, we have to remember David was king.
Mm-hmm.
But even king knew he wasn't right all the time. And he knew his so much of who he was and everything rested on his faith in God.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was like Israel. Every time Israel mess up, God say, well, had you not done this,
mm-hmm.
had you not done this, and guess what? Because you did it, we're not going to act like you didn't. Yep. This is what's going to happen. We'll try it again.
Mm-hmm. Ain't no pretending. Yeah. Ain't no pretending.
So I think that's what people have to understand. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. You think you're just going to walk through one time? What my man Badger say every day.
Yeah.
So what you have to do is you have to understand that if you just constantly feel yourself in the valley, you have to pray to God for help because there's no other help.
Mm-hmm.
There's no other help that any of us that David knew that was 100 all the time, but God.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it didn't happen, it was never because God wasn't faithful.
Mm-hmm.
It was because we were not faithful to God.
And so I think that helps you mature the more faith you have.
And see, one of the things that get me, Leonard, I'm gonna tell you, we're going to get on out of here. One of the things that get me is, and we're gonna talk about this a little bit tomorrow too. I'm gonna have to write it down so I remember. I found God over there. I found God. God ain't never been lost though. How people say they found God? I found him. Was he lost?
Hey, I see you ain't read Miss Wanda comment not long ago.
Which one?
Rub some of y'all. You know how some of y'all young, some of y'all still be watching. Miss Wanda.
Oh yeah. I saw that. Yeah.
Talking about me and I know that's your thing right there,
Yes,
boy.
sir. Yes, sir. I saw it. Yeah. I said, look. I said, when I saw it, I said,
See. When we went after what you like.
Yeah.
Well, entertain you. You thought about it a little different.
And let me put it on the screen so people can look. Mess around and tell someone that Raw wrestling is not real. Yeah, I saw. But see, and my son-in-law was asking me the other day. I was looking at wrestling, and he said, "Man, why you look at that?" I said, "It's like a cowboy, like watching a cowboy movie, man." He said, "But you know what ain't real?" I said, "Yeah, of course, I know it's not real, but at the same time, it's and like we talked about today, it's entertainment."
Yes,
it's entertainment.
And I think as a young person, because born and raised in the house, daddy was a preacher, always in church, and these types of things. Once you get into this and you begin to mature, when you younger, you like, I'm gonna take my chance on going to hell.
Wow.
No, they ain't no wow. Y'all better raise your hand.
Yeah.
Lord, turn your head. You know how we can be.
Yeah.
Lord, I'm gonna do it anyway.
I
mean, I'm not. Y'all probably so saved. Y'all never been that way before.
And then look at this. A person got a bad what they asking God to help them seeing, man. Send that girl, Lord, I pray you send that girl on over here so I can have my way with her.
Hey, I'm waiting on that, right? Huh? I don't know, but we're getting into some times where things are being sorted out, and preacher, you're gonna have to do more than sound good.
Yep. Exactly.
See, before you could get away with sounding good. And remember, the great preachers could usually sing, and so they could holler in tune.
And then, oh yeah,
but now, I need my eardrums, Raheem.
I look. You send me my check later. Send my check later.
But now has come the time where you're gonna be tried.
Yeah.
And so we can see, I don't know about Tucson in the circle of preachers, but some of them went out of business, ain't they, Tucson? Now you were just called a few years ago, but now you out of business.
Yeah.
One thing that's the truth in the matter is God. It's the man that continues to lie and misrepresent and deceive. And so we have to try everything for ourselves.
And Leonard Tucson we just lost him a second ago, so that's why he denounced him. Yeah, we just lost him.
So no one can accept this gift from God but you. I didn't come to save nobody. I can honestly tell you that's not my purpose. I didn't come to save nobody, and none of you did either. That's Jesus's business. But you can be a great example.
But he could use you as he will.
As a walk. Where some people may see your walk and say, you know what? Raheem don't fall to pieces when things go wrong. That man seemed to always hold his head up and say nice things, and I know what's going on and what happened to him.
Yeah.
Like them folks that will lose their spouse.
Exactly.
On Friday. And be shouting Sunday morning in church. Those people who have that type of faith, who have walked that far, get there.
Exactly. Well, listen, we're going to get absolutely right. Cassandra, you back with us?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay. Anything on your heart before we get out of here? I called on you. And I called on you and I heard crickets.
Yeah, y'all know, ministry first always. So I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, no, I was just. Oh, can I ask whoever's going to pray? Is Willa back?
She is back, but she's not on. She's not on with us today. She'll be back on with us
Okay.
tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, she'll be back on with us tomorrow.
Yeah. Whoever prays today. The young lady that I told y'all about. The boyfriend beat her up.
Yeah.
Didn't I think about that last week? Right.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That I was trying to get beds for.
Yes.
Anyway, on Saturday I called her because I found a couple of beds for her. And she sounded so down. And I said, what's wrong? And she said, Miss Cassandra, everything is gone. Her apartment caught on fire.
Wow.
Friday night. Isn't that something?
Wow.
Isn't that something? And y'all, please forgive me because I don't know this, but with all my heart, I believe that boy set that girl's apartment on fire.
That's what I was about to ask you. That's exactly what I was about to ask you. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So please, let's pray for God knows who she is. So just pray for her and her children.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
I was gonna get Curtis to pray us out. He just hung up. So Cassandra, we might have to get you to pray us out of that if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Leonard.
Yes, sir.
Man, they did it again, Leonard.
What happened?
Man, they tuned in late, man. Asking me is it possible for them to hear the whole broadcast again, man? They tuned in late, Leonard. Well, and I don't know, man. Is it possible for them to hear the whole broadcast again?
If they did not get a chance to hear this show in its entirety, they can log on to www.dkmmediagroup.com at 3:00 Eastern today.
Okay. So there is a way. There you go. There you have it. Cassandra, pray us out, sis.
Father, we just thank you right now for another day that you've given us, God. We thank you for the opportunity to give you the glory. We thank you that your grace and your mercies are renewed toward us daily. And God, we want to take advantage of that grace and that mercy by trying to live the best life that we can. God, no one can do everything, but everyone can do something. Let all of us, everyone under the sound of my voice, say something kind. Do something for someone else on today. And God, we thank you for Willa and her absence. We hope that she's enjoying herself and have enjoyed her family. God, we pray for anyone on this line that has anything going on with them in their health, in their mental state, God, in their financial state. We ask you to bless them, God. We ask you that you would just give them what they have need of. We honor you. We bless you. Bless Raheem, his family, God. Continue to use DKM, God. Continue to use them as a beacon of light, giving answers to those that are in need of answers for life's questions. These and all other blessings we ask and pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. It's been a great broadcast. I want to thank everybody for joining us. And more than that, I want to thank you for allowing DKM Media Group and Associates and the Morning Glow for being a part of your morning. It is now 10:09. You're about to exit the Morning Glow. But before you go, I want you to do me two favors, if you will. One, I want you to continue to pray for us because we are certainly praying for each and every one of you. Number two, why this is real simple, I want you to go out there, find somebody and give them a hug because you never know. It could be the only hug that they get, or it could very well be their last. Love you, and ain't nothing you can do about it. Have a great day and a better tomorrow. And we shine some of this light in you from the Morning Glow. Take it out there into this wicked and cruel world that we live in and let your light so shine. If you get an opportunity, give somebody some love. You just might find some love in return. Won't that be a beautiful thing? Have a great day. Take care of each other. And please, please, please be blessed. Talk to you tomorrow morning. If God says the same, give somebody some love and truth. They would appreciate it, and I'm sure that you will as well. Have a great day. Love ya.